now come to the next example. Suppose M plus is an abelian group. Now consider the set of ind M, that is the set of endomorphisms F from M to M, such that F is a homomorphism from M to M, means F of A plus B is equal to Fa plus Fb for all AB in M. So let us think like this. So because we know that sum of two homomorphism is again a homomorphism, and the composition of two homomorphism is again a homomorphism, so we can have two operation on this set. So define an operation plus from ind M cross ind M to ind M, as if we take two elements, so for Fg in ind M we can define the sum of these two maps. So to define the sum of two maps we need to define the image under this map, and this is defined as Fx plus Gx for all x in M. So note one thing, this plus is the operation of capital M. This is the plus which we are going to define. This is a new plus. So this plus is this plus and this plus is this plus. So although I am denoting both the plus by same way, but the meaning is different. So this is the sum of map and this is the sum of elements of capital M. Okay, so we know that the sum of homomorphism is again a homomorphism. Okay, let us see it. No problem. Suppose I take two element x, y. So take x, y in M. So I take two element x, y in M. Then what will happen if we will apply x plus y to F plus G to show that it is a homomorphism? So by definition this is F of x plus y plus G of x plus y, but F, because it is a homomorphism, so F of x plus y is Fx plus Fy plus Gx plus Gy. We can write it like this. Now take the terms of x together. Because M is a abelian group, this is the operation of the group, so we can shift these terms. So we can write it as Fx plus Gx and plus Fy plus Gy, and now by definition of addition of map F plus G we can write it as F plus G on x plus F plus G on y. So it means F plus G is also endomorphism. So F plus G belongs to ind M. So what we have done, we have just verified that F plus G is an element of ind M. So we have verified that yes, this plus is a map from this cross this to this. Now you can easily check that this map is associative. So I am leaving it as an exercise to check that this plus on ind M is associative. So how will you show it? For that you need three elements F plus G plus H, and you have to show that this is same thing as F plus G plus H. So to show that two maps are equal, you need to determine the image under this map and this map, and both the image will be equal. This you have to show. So it is the exercise for you to show that this is associative. Now there is a zero homomorphism. We can define a homomorphism that is called zero homomorphism. So how will you define a zero homomorphism? Let me show you. So let me write it here. So define a map 0 from M to M as 0 of x is equal to 0 for all x in M. So what is this 0? This 0 is the additive identity of capital M or identity of capital M. So everything is going to 0. This is a homomorphism. So this 0 map belongs to ind M. This is an element of ind M, and now you can easily check that this will work as the identity element for this addition, because when you will add 0 plus g, you will get 0 plus gx, that is equal to gx for all x. So it means 0 plus g is equal to g for all g. So this is the identity element. And what is the inverse of an element? So for x for f in ind M, minus f, you can define minus f of x is equal to minus of fx. So minus f is a map when applied on an element x will give you minus of mean additive inverse of fx. So this map will work as the additive inverse of this f. So how? F plus minus f, if you will take and you will apply x on it, then you will get fx plus minus of minus f on x, and this will give you, by definition of this minus f, this will give you fx minus fx. So it is 0, and it is 0 for all x, so you can write it as 0 of x for all x in M. So this implies f plus minus f is equal to 0 map. This is the identity, and similarly we can check that minus f plus f is equal to f. So each element has inverse also. Each element has inverse. So it means what? It means that ind M is a group with respect to addition. But also this addition map is commutative, because f plus g of x, if you will take, this is same thing as fx plus gx. Now this is the operation of capital M, and capital M is an abelian group, so we can write it as gx plus fx. So this is same thing as g plus f of x, and this is true for all x. Since it is true for all x, so f plus g is same thing as g plus f. So what we have shown is that this ind M with respect to addition is a commutative group. So let me write our finding. So our finding is that ind M with respect to plus is a commutative group. This is a commutative group. To make it ring, I want to make it ring, and to make it ring we need one more operation. So that operation we can take composition of map. So define, you know how to define the composition of map from ind M cross ind M to ind M as FOG. So we are going to define this map, so I am defining its image. So f of gx. This is the composition of map, and we know that the composition of map is associative. It is quite easy to show that composition of map is associative. So ind M with respect to O, this operation O, this is a semi group. Now we will show that this first operation, that is plus is over plus, this composition is distributive. So what we will show now, O is distributive over this is distributive over plus. So how will we show? We take 3 elements FGH in indem. We take 3 elements in indem. Now FOG plus H of X, what is this? By definition of composition, F is applied on the value of G plus Hx, and by definition it is Gx plus Hx. But F is a homomorphism and Gx and Hx are elements of capital M. So because by the property of homomorphism we can write it as F applied on Gx plus F applied on Hx, and this is what by definition of composition of map we can write FOG applied on X plus this applied on X. This is true for all X because it is true for all X. So if the value of maps is equal for all X, then it means maps are equal. So this implies FOG plus H is same as this plus this. So we have shown that O is distributive over plus from left, and similarly we can show that G plus H F, this is O, is equal to GOF plus HOF. So what we have shown is that this indem with respect to plus and this operation is a ring. So our conclusion is that ind M with respect to addition and composition is a ring. Moreover, it is a non-commutative ring because composition of map is not a commutative operation. This is a non-commutative. This is a non-commutative ring. But you can define the identity map from M to M. And this identity map is a homomorphism. So identity map is actually an isomorphism. It will belongs to indem. This is endomorphism, and when you will compose any map with identity map, you will get the same map. So for F in indem, F composed with ID will give you ID composed with F will give you F. So it means this is a non-commutative ring and this ring has identity. So this is a non-commutative ring with identity. This is a non-commutative ring with identity. Now come to another example, and this example is called zero ring. Suppose M plus is an abelian group. And this is, that is 0 is its additive identity. This is its additive identity. Now we can define operation, define dot from M cross M to M as for AB in M, A dot B is equal to 0. So product of any two element is 0. Now it is not hard to check that M plus and with respect to this dot is a ring. So any abelian group can be made a ring. It is quite easy to verify that it satisfies all the property of ring. So I am leaving it as exercise to verify that it is a ring, and this type of ring is called zero ring. This type of ring is called zero ring. Now come to another example. Suppose S is a non-empty set. Suppose S is a non-empty set. Take R to be the power set of S. The power set of S. In the lectures of group theory, especially lecture 2D of group theory, we have seen that this PS with respect to symmetric difference is an abelian group. This is an abelian group. What is symmetric difference? Let me again introduce it. Symmetric difference is a map from PS cross PS to PS defined as for AB in PS, that is power set of S, asymmetric difference B is defined as A minus B, this means minus set minus union B minus A. So A minus B union B minus A, in Venn diagram if you will see, then this is A, B, this is A, this is B, then A minus B is this thing, and B minus A is this thing, the union of these two. This is called symmetric difference, and it is an abelian group. So PS is an abelian group with respect to symmetric difference. Now for making it ring, we need one more operation, and then let us define one more operation, and that operation is the intersection operation. So intersection operation from PS to PS, PS cross PS to PS. You know how to define intersection for AB in PS. A intersection B is the set of all common elements from A and B. So those X in S such that X belongs to A and X belongs to B. So this is the intersection which you know actually. So with respect to this intersection, this PS delta, and with respect to this intersection, this is a ring. This is a ring. Also this ring has identity. Ring has identity means multiplicative identity. This intersection has identity because if you take any element A in PS and take A intersection with S, you will get A because A is the subset of S. This is true for all A. So A is written, so for all A there is no need of writing. So it means this S is working as identity element. So S is, you may say, multiplicative identity. So this is a ring with identity. Note one thing, first operation is always called addition operation and second operation is always called multiplication operation. So identity with respect to second operation is called multiplicative identity of this ring, and the identity with respect to delta is called the additive identity of the ring. Okay. Moreover, there is one more thing in this ring that is special about this ring. A intersection A is A always, and this is true for all A in S. So in this ring, if you take the product of two elements, that will give you the same element, and this is true for all A in PS. For all A in PS. Such type of ring is called Boolean ring. So this PS delta intersection is an example of a Boolean ring. So let me write the definition of Boolean ring, then it will become more clear. Boolean ring. So a ring R plus dot is called Boolean if x into x is equal to x for all x in R. So that is happening here. This is A into A, that is A intersection A is equal to A for all A. So it is a Boolean ring. This is an example of a Boolean ring. Now come to another example. Consider the ring, consider actually the set first, Zi. This is the set of elements of the form A plus IB such that AB belongs to R. Sorry, AB belongs to Z. This set Zi with respect to addition and multiplication of complex numbers. These are complex numbers actually. So this addition and multiplication of complex numbers, this is a ring. So I am leaving it as an exercise to verify that this is a ring. This is a ring with identity. This is a commutative ring also. And this ring is called the ring of Gaussian integers. Ring of Gaussian integers. Now another example, suppose I take an integer 2, z under root 2, we can define a set of elements of the form a plus b under root 2 such that ab belongs to z. You can again verify that this is a ring with respect to, so this is with respect to plus and dot of R. So with respect to the addition of real numbers and multiplication of real number, it will become a ring. Similarly, if you take any n square free integer, a square free integer means any integer whose under root is not an integer. That is a square free integer. For example, 2, 3 are the square free integer, 5 is a square free integer, 6 is a square free integer. Because when you will take its under root will not be an integer. But 4 is not a square free integer because under root 4 is 2. So it is not a square free. It has a square root. So take any square free integer and make a set z under root n. This is the set of elements of the form a plus b under root n such that ab belongs to z. So this is again a ring with respect to addition and multiplication of real numbers. So it is a ring. Similarly, we can make several rings like you take z under root minus 5. So this is the set of the elements of the form a plus b under root minus 5. So under root minus 5 is a complex number. So it will form a ring with respect to addition and multiplication of complex numbers. 5 plus and dot. Similarly, you can see z under root minus 2. This is also a ring with respect to addition and multiplication of complex numbers. And so on. We can make several examples like this. Okay. Now come to the next example. Suppose F is a field and X is an indeterminate. Means X is a unknown. Now define a set. Define a set Fx to be the set of all power series and is varying from 0 to infinitive an x to the power n such that an belongs to F. On this set we can define two operations, addition and multiplication of power series. So define plus from Fx cross Fx to Fx as, so take two elements summation an x to the power n is varying from 0 to infinitive, and another element summation n is varying from 0 to infinitive bn x to the power n, and their product is, their sum is defined to be the summation an plus bn x to the power n is varying from 0 to infinitive. And define another operation of multiplication. So define dot from Fx cross Fx to Fx as, take two element again summation an x to the power n summation bn x to the power n is varying from 0 to infinitive and is varying from 0 to infinitive, and what will be the product? So what we will do, we will collect, after taking the product, we will collect all the powers of x to the power n. So where the x to the power n will come, so ak b to the power n bn minus k, these are the coefficients of x to the power n. If you will take the product, and this k is varying from 0 to n x to the power n is varying from 0 to infinitive. So it is not hard to see that with respect to these two operations, this f x with respect to plus and dot is a ring, and it is actually a ring with identity because the additive multiplicative identity of f will work as the multiplicative identity of this ring. So if you want to see it in detail, then you may see the book by Passy and Luther, Algebra, Volume 2, Rings, and it is of Narosa. So you can see it in detail, and we have taken only one variable, and there you will found that in several variables this ring has been constructed. So for more detail you can see this book for this example. Okay.